Hey everyone, how's it going today? I hope you're all feeling energized and ready to take on the world. Have you ever felt like you're giving your all, but success still feels just out of reach? Or maybe you've been stuck in a cycle of negativity that drains your energy? Well, today's video is all about breaking free from that cycle. I'm about to reveal how protecting your energy could be the missing key to achieving everything you've been working for. Trust me, this isn't something you want to miss. Let's dive in and discover how to unlock your true potential. Have you ever wondered what separates those who achieve greatness from those who fall short? It's not talent, luck, or privilege. It's the willingness to do what others are unwilling to do. I've learned this truth the hard way. A few years ago, I found myself stuck in a cycle of complacency. I was dreaming of success, but my actions weren't aligning with my ambitions. I wanted to be a successful entrepreneur, but I wasn't willing to push past the comfort zone. Then, one day, I watched a documentary on the life of Thomas Edison. He failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. One failures. Can you imagine that? Yet, every time he failed, he didn't see it as defeat. He saw it as a lesson, a step closer to success. That story changed my perspective completely. I realized that greatness is not achieved by avoiding challenges, but by embracing them. The real secret to success lies in doing what is hard, what most people shy away from, and pushing through when everything inside you tells you to quit. I began to reframe my mindset. Instead of seeking comfort, I started seeking discomfort. I took on tasks that scared me, projects that stretched my abilities, and challenges that felt too big to handle. The more I faced these obstacles, the more I grew. Like a blacksmith tempering steel in fire, I was being forged in the struggles I faced. One day, as I was nearing the edge of my endurance, a breakthrough came. I closed a business deal I had been working on for months. That deal was the turning point. It wasn't easy. It required countless hours, sacrifices, and pushing through moments of doubt. But that moment of success was built on a foundation of discomfort, hard work, and resilience. The truth is, success is not easy, but it's worth every struggle. Those who are willing to face discomfort and persist when others retreat are the ones who transform their dreams into reality. If you're tired of playing it safe, tired of watching others succeed while you stay stuck, remember this: the road to greatness is paved with challenges, and only those who embrace them will achieve the extraordinary. So, what will you choose? Comfort or growth? The decision you make today will shape your future. Choose wisely. Most people spend their lives chasing comfort, believing that safety and predictability will bring them happiness. I used to think this way too, until one day everything changed. I remember sitting in my apartment, scrolling through social media, watching other people achieve their goals, people taking risks, stepping out of their comfort zones, and living their best lives. I thought to myself, why can't I do that? The answer was simple. I was too comfortable. I had settled into a routine where everything was safe, predictable, and easy. But in that moment, I realized that comfort wasn't helping me grow. It was holding me back. Then, I came across a quote by the famous entrepreneur, Richard Branson. "If you're not a little scared, then you're probably not doing something that matters." This hit me like a lightning bolt. What had I been doing all this time? I had been avoiding risks, playing it safe, and hiding from discomfort. But the truth is, comfort is the enemy of growth. Richard Branson didn't build his empire by staying comfortable. He took risks that most people would avoid, and every time he pushed through discomfort, he achieved something extraordinary. From creating Virgin Airlines to exploring space, Branson understood that real success comes from stepping into the unknown, from challenging yourself to do things you're not ready for, and from embracing discomfort as a necessary part of the journey. Inspired by his words, I made the decision to step outside my comfort zone. I started taking on projects that scared me, learning new skills that seemed difficult at first, and saying yes to opportunities that I would have previously turned down. It wasn't easy. I felt fear, doubt, and hesitation at every turn. But each time I faced these feelings and pushed through, I saw the growth that followed. The change didn't happen overnight, but eventually I began to see results. I grew stronger, more confident, and more capable. Success didn't come from sitting back and waiting for the perfect moment. It came from embracing discomfort and daring to move forward, no matter how uncertain the path seemed. So, what about you? Are you choosing comfort, or are you ready to embrace discomfort and reach your full potential? Remember, growth happens when you step out of your comfort zone, and just beyond that discomfort lies the success you've been chasing. Will you take the leap? The choice is yours. The road to success is rarely smooth. In fact, it's often filled with obstacles, setbacks, and moments where giving up seems like the easiest option. But here's the thing. It's in those moments of struggle that you find your true strength. I learned this lesson firsthand when I was building my own business. The journey was far from easy. There were times when I felt like quitting, when everything seemed too overwhelming. I remember a particular time when a major project I had been working on for months fell through. I was devastated. All the effort, all the sleepless nights, it felt like it had all been for nothing. I thought, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I should just walk away. But then I remembered something that I had read about Walt Disney. Disney faced rejection after rejection early in his career. He was told that he lacked creativity, that his ideas would never work. Yet, he refused to give up. When his first animation studio went bankrupt, he didn't let it stop him. Instead, he kept pushing forward, and eventually he created the empire we know today. Walt Disney once said, "The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing." This quote became my mantra. Instead of succumbing to failure, I decided to take action. I picked myself up, reassessed my plan, and pushed forward with renewed determination. I started seeing opportunities that I hadn't noticed before. The setback wasn't the end. It was just a lesson that redirected my path. That's when I realized that the key to success isn't avoiding failure, but learning how to rise after each fall. Just like Disney, who faced countless failures before achieving greatness, I too understood that success is not a straight line. It's a series of ups and downs where resilience and persistence are what truly define success. If I had given up after that setback, I would have never seen the rewards that followed. Instead, I chose to keep going, to turn every failure into a lesson, and to believe in my vision even when the world seemed to doubt me. So if you're facing challenges right now, remember, success isn't about never failing, it's about refusing to stay down when you do. Keep going, because beyond every setback lies the success you're working so hard to achieve. Your breakthrough could be just around the corner. Don't quit now. We all have dreams, goals, and aspirations we want to achieve. But there's one thing that often stands between us and our success: comfort. We seek security, predictability, and safety, thinking that these will bring us happiness. But the truth is, comfort is the enemy of growth. Let me take you back to a time when I was stuck in a routine. Every day, I did what felt easy. I stayed in my comfort zone, avoiding risks and challenges because they made me feel uneasy. I convinced myself that if I just stayed safe, I'd eventually find success. But I wasn't growing. In fact, I was stagnating. That's when I remembered a story about Steve Jobs, one of the greatest innovators of our time. Jobs didn't build Apple by following the easy path. He faced multiple failures, was ousted from the company he founded, and had to start over. Yet he continued to push boundaries, embrace discomfort, and challenge the status quo. In his famous Stanford commencement speech, Jobs said, "Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work, and the only way to do great work is to love what you do." Steve Jobs didn't settle for comfort. He understood that true greatness comes from stepping into the unknown, from embracing uncertainty, and from overcoming the fear of failure. That's exactly what I needed to hear to change my mindset. I had to let go of my comfort and take risks if I wanted to achieve anything meaningful. So I took action. I stopped waiting for the perfect moment and started doing the hard work, even when it felt uncomfortable. I faced challenges head on, made mistakes, and kept pushing through. And with each step, I grew stronger, more confident, and closer to my goals. The journey hasn't been easy, but it has been worth it. Success doesn't come to those who avoid discomfort. It comes to those who face it, who use it as fuel for growth. The world doesn't reward those who seek comfort. It rewards those who push beyond their limits. If you're stuck in your comfort zone, remember this. Comfort may feel safe, but it's in the discomfort where the magic happens. Embrace the challenge, push yourself, and watch how your life transforms. Success is waiting for you on the other side of fear. Will you step forward? Have you ever felt like success was just out of reach, no matter how much you worked for it? I know exactly how that feels. There was a time when I felt stuck, pouring hours into my dreams, but seeing little to no progress. I thought to myself, why isn't this working? Why does success seem so far away? It wasn't until I realized one crucial truth. Success isn't just about dreaming, it's about taking inspired action. Let me tell you about a man who truly understood the power of action. Elon Musk. When Musk first set out to revolutionize the automotive and space industries, he didn't wait for the perfect moment. In fact, when he started Tesla, people laughed. The car industry was dominated by giants, and many doubted his vision. Yet, he pushed forward, turning every challenge into a lesson, and his ability to take action in the face of uncertainty propelled him forward. Musk didn't just dream about electric cars, he built them. He didn't just imagine private space travel, he launched rockets. He didn't wait for the stars to align, he aligned himself with action. And that's exactly what I had to learn. Dreaming about success wasn't enough. I had to take action, even when the path seemed uncertain. I began taking small but significant steps every day, whether it was reaching out to potential clients, investing time in learning new skills, or pushing myself to take on projects I previously feared. The results weren't immediate, but each action built momentum, and before I knew it, I was seeing progress. I realized that the universe rewards movement, not hesitation. The more action I took, the more opportunities appeared. They didn't fall into my lap, but they did come my way because I was actively seeking them. Every day became a step toward success, and every challenge became an opportunity to grow. Action is the bridge between your dreams and reality. So if you're stuck in a cycle of wishing and waiting, remember this. Don't just dream about success. Take action towards it. Success isn't a matter of luck. It's a matter of persistence, determination, and the willingness to do the hard work. Just like Elon Musk, if you act with purpose and resilience, the world will respond. The question is, are you ready to take the first step? Your success is waiting for you, but it all begins with action. We've all experienced it. The constant pressure of negativity, the voices that tell us we're not good enough, the environments that drain us instead of lift us. It feels like every step forward is met with a wave of doubt, discouragement, and uncertainty. But what if I told you that success isn't about eliminating all the challenges from your life? It's about protecting your energy so you can rise above them. I learned this the hard way. A few years ago, I was surrounded by negative influences. Whether it was toxic people or environments that didn't support my dreams, I found myself constantly feeling drained and uninspired. I would wake up feeling motivated, but by the end of the day, that motivation was gone, swallowed up by the negativity around me. But then I came across the story of Oprah Winfrey, who is one of the most successful women in the world. She wasn't always in control of her life. She faced immense challenges, including a tough childhood and early career struggles. But Oprah made a conscious decision to surround herself with positive influences and protective energy. She said, "Surround yourself only with people who are going to lift you higher." This really struck me. Oprah's success wasn't just about her talent or opportunities. It was about her ability to protect her energy and remove negativity from her life. Inspired by her words, I decided to make changes. The first thing I did was evaluate the people around me, who was uplifting me and who was dragging me down. I cut ties with those who constantly doubted my dreams, and I sought out people who supported me, encouraged me, and believed in my potential. I also took a closer look at the media I consumed, from social media to news, and made a conscious effort to fill my mind with positive, empowering content. It wasn't easy at first. It felt uncomfortable, even selfish. But over time, I began to feel stronger, more focused, and more energized. I realized that my energy is my greatest asset. When I protected it, I was able to channel it into my goals and dreams, and opportunities began to flow toward me effortlessly. So, if you feel like you're stuck or constantly drained by negativity, remember this. You have the power to protect your energy. Surround yourself with positivity, seek out supportive environments, and don't let negativity control your path. Success is waiting for you, but you need to safeguard your energy to reach it. The choice is yours. Will you protect your energy and embrace the power to succeed? So, we've explored a new way to protect your energy and turn it into the power for success. I hope today's insights give you the motivation to step out of your comfort zone and face challenges with strength. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for more exciting and inspiring content. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Wishing you resilience and readiness for the big steps ahead on your journey.